Another Coonette is selling a book, and she's coming on Fox, crying the blues. On the Bill O'Reilly show, Stacey Coon got out there crying the blues about all of her friends dropping her and her not seeing her family, I guess, other than her white husband and her kid. And she wonders why. Let me play this clip, and I'll go in from there.
The story segment tonight, the actress Stacey Dash rose from poverty in the South Bronx to become a film star, most notably in the movie Clueless. Then Miss Dash began to get political. Her new book is called There Goes My Social Life, From Clueless to Conservative. It's out this week, and I spoke with Stacey last night. So you're going to be on the advisory board, Women for Trump.
Yes.
Why?
Because I want him to make America great again.
Okay, come on. You gotta be more than that.
Because he's the man to do it.
All right, so what has convinced you, cutting through the clutter,
right,
all right, that he can deliver on his promises?
He believes in a strong military. He doesn't like to take any mess from anyone, so I know he's going to put us back into being the superpower that we are.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to do business. He knows how to do good deals, and he knows how to do trade. I mean, he's been a success with this his whole life. This is his life.
But what about your people?
Well, let me stop real quick. This broad is out of her flipping mind. Number one, he doesn't know how to do trade. He has no experience whatsoever in international trade. Does he know how to build buildings? And does he know how to market his name? The answer to those two questions is yes. Anything else? The answer is no. Just like most Republicans, they always talk about the military and how decrepit the military is, but the military spending that takes place, I believe last year it was $545 billion was spent on military spending, which is the largest amount of military spending in the world and is more than the next 8 countries put together. But Republicans are always crying the blues about our decrepit and depleted military. That's a bunch of bullshit. Number two, Donald Trump is a strong guy. Yeah, right. Donald Trump is a bully. That's about it. And when anybody goes up against him, he starts crying and calling them names. This broad doesn't have a clue, no pun intended, as far as her only decent roles, obviously in Clueless.
Years, I mean, 90% of African Americans in the latest poll say they are not favorable toward Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That's an overwhelming majority.
We know polls aren't always right.
But they're right most of the time.
Yeah, but they're not always right, and I don't think it's that many that are against them. But you know, he has a minority outreach program, and
he's got a minority outreach program. Yeah, okay. I wonder how successful that's going to be when he starts denigrating the minorities that he's trying to outreach, like the Mexicans that he basically calls criminals, rapists, etc. Black people that produce 90% of the crime in the country, according to his white supremacist buddies, and all the Muslims that are blowing up our country and killing our citizens. Yeah. His minority outreach program is really going to be successful.
So do I. I have one that I'm doing for the GOP.
They would laugh your ass out of whatever neighborhood you went into. You have a minority outreach program. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, minority outreach.
That means going into inner cities and talking to people and explaining to them what Republicans do stand for, not what the Democratic narrative has been. What
All right, so you're going to go into the precincts that have been historically Democratic.
Right.
And you're going to say, look, you're getting hosed.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, and you should look at the other side because the other side can do what? What are you going to tell them?
They can give you the opportunities, give you
It's
the
got to be more
education.
specific than that
Yeah.
because everybody says that.
They need the education. Well, that's why you have to go in and you have to talk to the people and ask them, what do you need? What do you...
They can give you education. Stacey, if you look at most of the Republican-controlled legislatures via the states in this country, most of them are reducing the amount of money they're spending on education. So now you're going to turn around and tell people that the Republicans can give you education? I don't think so.
How do we help you get out of this situation?
That's good. So you're going to go in and you're going to ask the folks, like, what do they need? What
Yeah.
do they think the government should be doing for them?
Right.
But you're going
Not
to get
the
a lot.
government, not only the government, the private sector, everybody in the neighborhood as a community. You know, because the government is the problem. The government is what's keeping them there.
Okay.
The democratic, plantation mentality is what's keeping them on entitlements and,
Dependence.
dependent on something else, so they have no self-worth.
Did you always think this way, or was there a conversion of some kind?
I've always thought this way. I just didn't realize it.
You didn't
and that's
know
what
it.
my book was. That's what my book is about. It's about. I grew up in the South Bronx.
Right. We talked about that. You grew up in poverty, and then you get this amazing break, and you were in a couple of good movies,
Right.
Clueless. But you were clueless when you were in Clueless, were you not?
Yeah, I was.
And you were the ladies. I mean, you didn't know.
No, I didn't know.
Did you go along with the liberal program in Hollywood then?
Not really. No, I never did. I never really did.
Now, your book is entitled "There Goes My Social Life."
Mm-hmm.
Stacey, nobody's believing that. I mean, no, but look at you. Nobody's believing your social life isn't good.
It's true.
Nobody.
It went. It went.
Where did it go?
Out the window. I
Do you
mean,
know how many-
my agents just dropped me because of my politics.
Oh,
No, your agent didn't drop you because of your politics. Your agent dropped you because of your sucky attitude and you really can't act.
but that's your professional life.
I haven't auditioned in over a year.
That's your professional life, not your
No,
social life.
I've gotten, my friends have dropped me. I don't talk to my family.
Your friends dropped you and you don't talk to your family. Well, how come you don't have a bunch of new friends like the conservative people that you like to run around with? I guess you couldn't make any friends with them. And your family just probably knows that you're batshit crazy and they really don't want to have anything to do with you.
Family turned
Yeah.
on you? What?
Yes.
Your kids still love you, though,
My
right?
kids are my family.
Right, okay.
My children are
So
my family.
what you're saying, though, is because you've taken a different road and you see things differently,
Yeah.
that you're paying a price.
That's
But
right.
you have suffered socially and professionally because you don't toe the liberal line. That's
No.
not fair.
And I never will.
Okay, so you're willing to make that sacrifice.
Yes.
And if people want to read about it, they should pick your book up.
I would hope they do. Even if they hate me, I hope they read my book.
Okay.
Because I want people to know that when I speak, I'm not coming from a place of judgment. I'm coming from a place of experience.
Okay.
Hopefully nobody will buy your book and you won't make a dime on the damn thing. And the next thing we know, you'll be on the government rolls crying about how broke you are and looking for a handout that you claim you are never going to need. This broad is batshit crazy.